Hello, this is Mr. Stansbury. I'm going to take you through problem solving with simultaneous equations. Okay? At the end of this, you should be able to say, I can solve real-world type problems using simultaneous equations. Okay? So, first thing, steps for solving problems with simultaneous equations. First thing you want to do, define your variables and include the units. This is a step that many people often forget and then get a little confused along the way with as to what they were doing and where they were headed. So define your variables, include the units. Write down two equations connecting your variables. Okay. Solve the equations simultaneously like we've been doing just in the previous section here. Check your answer to see that it makes sense. And then once you've figured out that it's good and it makes sense, write your answer in sentence form. Okay, so let's take a look at an example here. Example 13. Alice buys 4 tubes of bacon-flavored toothpaste, BFT, and 6 Pete the Pigeon action figures, PTP, for $27.06. Okay. Sergio buys 3 bacon-flavored toothpaste tubes and 10 Pete the Pigeon action figures for $38.17. How much does each item cost? So let's do this. First thing we want to do is we want to assign some variables. Okay, so let's say we got bacon flavored toothpaste. So I'm going to say B is going to be the number of bacon flavored toothpaste tubes that we buy. Tubes. Not that we buy, and it's going to be the cost, not the number. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Let's do that. The cost of a bacon-flavored toothpaste tube. Okay, and then Pete the Pigeon action figures. Let's do P is going to be the cost of a Pete the Pigeon action figure. Okay, so we assigned our variables. Let's go back and look what step 2 is. Write down 2 equations connecting your variables. Okay. Oops. There we go. Sorry about that. So we want to come up. This is going to be the hard part. This is going to be the challenging part of writing a couple equations that we can help to solve our simultaneous equations. Okay. So let's look at Alice. Alice buys 4 tubes of bacon-flavored toothpaste. So let's do this. 4 tubes of bacon-flavored toothpaste plus 6 Pete the Pigeon action figures, 6 Pete the Pigeons, equals cost her $27.06. Okay, so 4 times the cost of the bacon-flavored toothpaste plus 6 times the cost of the Pete the Pigeon action figures ended up costing her $27.06. Okay, now same idea. Sergio buys 3 bacon-flavored tubes and 10 action figures for $38.17. So now we can do the same thing. So Sergio bought 3 bacon-flavored toothpaste tubes, 10 Pete the Pigeon action figures, and spent $38.17. Okay, we have now come up with our 2 equations and our 2 unknowns. Okay, so that's the tricky part. Now we got to go through and we got to solve this thing. Okay, I'm looking at the bigger one of these two, 4. There's not something nice we can multiply 3 by to get to 4. And then here's 10. There's not something nice we can multiply 6 by to get to 10 either. So let's do this. Let's multiply. Here's a little bit easier way. Instead of figuring out what to multiply 1 by, let's multiply both of them by something here. So I'm going to the b's are smaller than the p's are over here, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to multiply. If I multiply this by 3 and I multiply this by 4, they'll both be 12b, right? And then I just need to pick one or the other to be negative because we want to add them together and eliminate them from each other. Okay? So let's do this. Negative 3 times 4b. So let's shoot these over here. Negative 3 times 4b is negative 12b. Negative 3 times 6p is negative 18p. Negative 3 times 2706. What is that? Okay, let's figure that out. Negative 3 times 2706. Okay, that worked. Ooh. Negative 81.18 equals negative 81.18. And then we do the same thing here. 4 times 3b is 12b. See how these are going to end up eliminating each other. That's what we wanted. 4 times 10p is 40p. And 4 times 38.17. Oops. 4 times 38.17. 152.68. Okay, so now when we add these together, we eliminate the b's, and we get 22p equals, let's see, we got 152.68, and then we're going to subtract 81.18. We get 7150, so 71.5. Divide both sides by 22. And a Pete the Pigeon action figure is going to cost, so 71.5 is already in there. Divide by 22. Another 2, there it is. $3.25. Okay, so the cost of a Pete the Pigeon action figure, $3.25. That seems like that makes pretty good sense. Now we also have to figure out how much a bacon flavored toothpaste tube costs as well. So let's plug, we now know this works for the P, so let's plug that into either one of these to figure out what the B is going to be. I'm going to plug it into the second one. It looks a little nicer. So 3 times B plus 10 times 3.25 is going to equal 3817. So 3B plus 32.5 equals 38.17. Subtract 32.5 from both sides. And we get 3b equals, let's see, let's do it here so we make sure we get it all good. 38.17 minus 32.5 gives us $5.67. Divide both sides by 3, and we get the bacon flavored toothpaste. Divide by 3 is going to be $1.89 a piece. Okay. Now we want to make sure that this makes sense. Okay. So that seems fairly reasonable. Although, I mean, I'm sure you could pay, $20, $30, $40 for a Pete the Pigeon action figure, I'm sure, but that seems like that's, I guess, fairly reasonable. Okay, we could always plug these into the original equations and make sure they check out. I'm feeling pretty confident that they will. The last thing we need to do is we need to write our answer in sentence form. Okay, so how much does each item cost? So I would put the bacon flavored toothpaste tubes are $1.89 a piece, and Pete the Pigeon action figures are $3.25 a piece. Okay, so that would be our final answer on that one. Okay. All right. Well, that's all there is for problem solving with simultaneous equations. If you have any further questions, please feel free to ask in class. Thanks.